Huzzah! We are here. Welcome.
Yay.
It is all the Wylders, and it is today is November 20th, and we are planning on doing the next few games over the Christmas season. We may not be around for next week, but after that, it'll be okay for the next 3 weeks after that. So, welcome. My name is Dave Wildson. Let me see. We're going to switch over to there. That's a good camera. My name's Dave Wildson. I am the game master for this game, and you may notice that I'm in slightly different colors than usual. You also may notice that I'm a little bit whiter than I usually am, and that's because I do Santa. Every year for the last 5 years, I've done Santa during the Christmas season. And we've got some more plans for that, and you'll find out about that in some coming episodes during the Christmas season. Because we've got secret stuff I want to talk to everybody about. So I'm going to go around the table real quick and say hi to everybody. And we're going to go counterclockwise. Did you hear that? Did you hear that sound? That caw-caw?
Counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise. We're going to start with Mr. Raven Alexian because look at his cool new
Oh,
doodad.
yeah, he's hidden a little bit.
Can you see? Oh, he's got little glowy eyes.
That's Drama.
That is your Raven familiar, right?
That's right.
Okay,
Nice.
so what's hiding that? A little bit of the Dave
Mic.
Bobblehead screen and...
Oh,
yeah.
hold on.
Microphone.
Let me turn Dave off.
There
we
Yeah.
go.
Oh, and a little
And
bit
mic.
of the mic.
The microphone is hiding it too. Yeah, there's Drama. Very
There's
nice.
Raven.
Yep, straight from Disneyland. Say hello, Drama.
Love it.
Oh, very nice.
So Raven is a wizard, and he has got a Raven familiar. Go take it away. Anything else? Who are you really, though?
I'm Raven Lexium. I'm a wizard and a alchemist. And I'm the squishy one that everyone protects.
You're not
And
squishy.
You protect us.
Well, yeah, I got some, glass cannon stuff.
Okay, Mr. Percy Redfeather.
Hey, I'm Percy Redfeather. I'm played by Robert Woodbury, and I am a ranger and rover and a wild man. I'm a good archer, and also when I get really mad, you don't want to see me angry, I turn into this amazing little figure.
A weird tiger.
tiger. And I become a fierce thing to be contended with. And during our last battle, I did turn into a weird tiger as we were confronting this mage or Wight. And so looking forward to resolving that.
Okie doke. What about you, Lavinia?
Well, my name is Lavinia Rose. I am a cleric. I am a fortune teller. I am a healer, and I am a fighter of undead. I help take care of this crew along with the doctor. And it is a pleasure being here. And my actual name is Janice.
And yes, and you are my wife. Jan, your camera is off center just a
just
little
the-
bit.
yeah,
You're
just-
to the side. It's probably the
Is that
cat's
this one
being
there?
on the table. Yeah, it's that
Yeah.
one there. If you could
Okay.
turn it.
There we go.
Good.
Oh, wait,
Back a little bit. Back a little bit.
Okay.
Okay,
you
that'll
go.
be good. That'll be good. And let's go to
Perfect.
Josephine Smith.
Hello, I am Josephine Smith, played by Josephine Smith. Because there is no longer Terra, there is only Aerra. I like to QQ anything that gets in my way or their way. And I have a 6 foot tall companion who also happens to be a dire wolf, and I love him so much, Bear.
She's got a wolf she named Bear, just so we wouldn't ever be confused by that. Okay. And Mr. Thaddeus.
Hello, I'm Ian Little, and I am portraying Dr. Thaddeus Poindexter, a simple frontier physician.
Just a frontier
Just
physician.
a simple
Pardon me.
frontier physician.
How many knives do you have, frontier physician?
Well, the ones for surgical use.
Or the ones for throwing?
necessary.
I wonder. All right. Okay. So back to our game. We play a game that is D&D and Pathfinder kind of crammed together. It's a role-playing game. So our outlaws are in another world. They started out as not a very effective band of train robbers. They ended up in a different world, and they have been in that world now for 2.5 years, right?
Yeah.
2.5?
Two
A
and a
little
half.
more?
2.5 Terra years.
Well, that's right. 2.5
How
Terra
many
years.
Era years is it?
Not
At least
even a
How
year.
does it
4?
feel?
I don't think it's even a.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, it
gosh,
hasn't even been a year.
feels like forever in some.
Yeah.
Because
So
it's only been about a month since the wedding.
they have had many adventures. They've got a main storyline that they are right now trying to follow, and that is to get to an area called the Faewoode and talk to the Fae Queen and deal with the Fae to help them against the big bad guys for their mission. If you want to read all of the backstory for our adventure, you can find that on our website, wildermage.com, WYLDERMAGE. Is it .com or .ca?
.com.
.com.
Okay, good. And we've got all the bios of all of the characters and also most of the layout of the main storyline on the website if you want to look at any of the back stuff. You can also see our back videos on YouTube, right? And again, Wildermage, same thing, WYLDERMAGE. You can search that on YouTube, on Facebook, on lots of different social media platforms.
Twitch is great because we get the live chat feed, which is awesome. We get a little bit of that on our YouTube, but like I find it's more interactive on Twitch personally.
Yeah, and so shout out to those of us that are watching us live on Twitch right now and
Yes,
on
Yay!
YouTube if you're watching.
I should
Pete,
double
if you're on
check
YouTube.
while I'm there because
I see.
bet there's a sugar.
Sugarberry.
Yes, sugar.
The pink captain is here.
Oh, okay. My brother Silver.
Yeah. So
Hey guys, thanks for joining. Love you.
let's go on with where we are exactly in our adventure right now. Right now in the adventure, everybody is in the basement of a old haunted house. They thought it was haunted. They found out the haunting was not as accurate as they thought initially. It was actually a smuggler's den hideout. They cleared out the pirates. They've got the town guard with them right now, and they have encountered something that really is supernatural that they weren't bargaining for behind a big door that had a big bar across it that says danger. Well, they decided they wanted to see what the danger was. They found a whole bunch of animated skeletons, and now a Wight has emerged from some hidden back lab room and is fighting them. And the problem they have, if we look at the adventure screen here real quick, the problem that they have, adventure screen? Did it go to the adventure screen? Why is it not on? Oh, I know why. Dave's got the wrong tab. There we go. Okay. The problem that they have is that the group is split. You'll see there's a great big green cloud, and there are 3 of them on one side of it. We've got Josephine and Thaddeus and Josephine's dog Bear here. The captain of the guard is back up here. They've backed out completely to another room with his 4 guards. And on the other side of this toxic cloud, we've got Percy in Weir Tiger form, and Lavinia, and Raven, and the 3 of them are up against this very powerful Wight just by themselves. And it is the Wight's turn. So think about what you guys are going to do. The Wight's going to go first, and then you guys can choose what you're going to do and how you're going to attack. The Wight is face to face with Percy Weir Tiger. And so Percy
is in Weird Tiger form.
Yes.
Percy's in Weird Tiger form, but he's got a problem. He cannot respond this turn, his next turn, because he was stunned
Yes.
by the last spell the Wight did. Well, I guess that's past now. You had to skip your turn. You will get your next turn because it's the Wight's turn now. So the Wight, once again, decides this time that he's going to physically attack Percy, and he has got this really nasty looking thing called a ranseur, which is a long polearm style trident. And it's got a central long prong that's longer than the rest, and he is going to try and skewer Percy Weir Tiger with that. So we're going to see if he's going to roll the hit. We're going to see if he can make it. So here we go, my little mug, hooray! And he rolls A crappy 8. What's his hit points on this thing? If he strikes with a Rancier. Do I have to do it actually from the actual thing to do it? Oh, here we go. I see. Wrong page. It's got a plus 19. 8 plus 19 is 27. Does that hit? I believe that's above your armor class.
That is
my
above my
good
armor
tiger.
class. Yes.
Sorry, what was that? 8 plus what was the
19 is his plus to strike. That's pretty
Jeez.
nasty. Okay, so he does hit you, and it is 2d8 plus 9 piercing. So we're gonna roll a couple of d8s. And he hits you for 3 and 1, 4 points of damage. Ooh, got off of that. Not bad,
Not
buddy.
bad.
Plus 9.
Plus 9, sorry. Shit, 4 plus 9, 13. Plus life drain.
Oh.
Because he is a wight, when the wight damages a living creature with its claw or rancier strike, the wight gains 12 temporary hit points. And the creature, that being you, buddy, must succeed a 22 fortitude save or become drained.
Everyone,
Further damage by dealt increases the amount of drain by 1. Now it says drained 1 that you become in this case. So let me see what drained 1 is. Shaking the dice so vigorously that it went out into wherever it went out into.
Well, I was just
What do you think?
trying to tell
What'd you get
Rob,
this
put
time,
your
buddy?
drain
What am I supposed to roll?
You got to make 22
22
With-
or higher.
well, what
with your
adjustment?
fortitude bonus.
Fortitude.
Am I giving you this? That's
That's 24.
There you go. So, your health and vitality are not depleted as you lost some blood. Life force, other thing. Okay. All right. So, you're okay. However, you suddenly realize that, however powerful the wight is, and you've already damaged the wight several times, suddenly he gets back temporarily some of his hit points. You don't know how many, though, but it looks like he's just been very slightly buffed as far as his health goes. That means that it becomes... hey, where's everybody in this list? Let's go... Oh, it becomes Raven's turn. What do you
Okay.
wish to do, Mr. Raven?
Well, the first thing I would like to do, if I do a, I want to detect magic's the wrong word, but do a magic lore check to see if I can identify what the spell was that was used for the cloud, and if it's a concentration spell or if it's just a different
Yeah,
manifestation.
sure. So you've got what is it, lore or academia or arcane?
Arcane.
Okay, so roll a 20 and add your arcane to it.
Okay. First, I got to figure out.
So we have a
My-
problem with a white screen flicker. Is it on all of the cameras, Sugarberry, or are we having a problem with this camera that's on Raven acting up again? Might be Raven's camera. If so, I'll switch to this one.
Put it on.
Yeah, it's Raven's camera.
My camera?
Like on.
Oh.
I'm on Twitch right now. Oh yeah, I see it flickering. Yeah, I remember you used to have that problem too. That specific seat
Yeah.
had that issue.
So
Good. I got the crappy die rolling seat now. So, it's come full circle.
okay, so what did you get, buddy?
I rolled, including my bonus, an 18 to try and identify what the spell is.
It's not that high level spell. It's only what level is it? Spells. That's a 5th rank spell, maybe. I'm going to give you benefit of the doubt with a 50-50. Here we go. You are lucky. You identify it as toxic cloud.
Toxic cloud. Okay.
You conjure a poisonous fog. This functions as a mist, except the area moves 10 feet away from you each round. Whoa. I didn't do that before. You deal 6d8 poison damage for each breathing creature that starts its turn in the area's spell. You can dismiss the spell. This is what Egon Shosk could have done. That's the name of the Wight. Was his name in real life.
But it's not a concentration spell?
It is a straight up duration 1 minute.
Okay.
Once it's there, well, no, it's got the property concentrate on it. And actually, this trait requires a degree of mental concentration and discipline.
Okay. So I would like to take a turn, and I would move my character to be adjacent to the Wight, so that way I can flank him.
Okay, so you're going to walk through the door and
walk
around
through the
him?
door and around, so I can flank him to Percy.
All right, I'm going to say that going around that door is 10, 15. I'll allow it. You can get around him.
Okay. So then what I'm going to do is take out a flask of holy water and throw it at the Wight as my second turn.
Okay. All right. Flask holder, is that to try and break his concentration and damage him at the same time?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to use instead a single magic missile.
Okay.
Why don't I have any level 1 spells? Yes, I do. Here it is.
All right.
A
there's
single
level
magic missile,
one.
because that's as good as 3, right? As far as breaking concentration. Doesn't
Pretty
matter.
much. I mean, I would say no. I would say each magic missile, I mean, if you're role playing, each magic missile that hits him is going to be a hit to break concentration.
Okay, well, I'll roll a...
So that would be 3 hits, because that's one spell, so that's 3 darts. No, you would only get 2 darts because you moved.
Right, but I have another thing I want to do after this.
Okay, fine.
So he gets 1 dart.
So you're going to use just 1 dart for him.
And I rolled a 3 plus my spell bonus, and I just have to look that up.
All right, I'm going to roll to see if he keeps his concentration. And he keeps it for the first one, for the first
Okay.
dart.
Magic missile. I'm trying to read it here. Roll damage is 1d4 plus 3 force. So he took 4 points of damage.
Okay, 4 points of damage I shall remove from him.
And then I'm going to pull out this swanky corpse wand pendant that I purchased from one of our vendors a number of issues ago. And the corpse wand pendant is it's usually shaped like the skull of a human or a small
Can we
animal.
move Lynn's camera a little bit? But just because like the
Okay,
Dave
swing it
Bobblehead
over.
does take up like a huge chunk of.
Yeah, like
there we
that.
go.
That's good. Okay, better?
Thank you.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Hello,
It's just
world.
like your mouth was covered by.
Okay.
So there's
So I
the
have a corpse one that Lavinia
ward pen?
got for me. Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
very
nice?
appropriate. So I become undetectable to an undead creature for 10 minutes. The undead can't see, hear, or smell me or detect with sensory capacities such as tremor sense. A creature can attempt a will save, DC 18, throw to ignore this effect. If an undead has reason to believe an undetected opponent is present, it can still attempt to seek or strike you. And if I attack it in any way, I break the magic.
Okay,
But that's
so-
why I attacked him first.
Right. So then you immediately use the power in your corpse ward pendant, and boom, that's it. You are suddenly invisible to the Wight.
Nice.
And you are also flanking him. See that? See, he's thinking he's flanking him on purpose because he knows that Percy Weirtiger's turn is coming up, and now the Wight is going to have less. He's going to be off guard because he's flanked. Okay, next person
the
is
Game
Thaddeus.
Master is metagaming right now.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Uh-oh.
Well, I know that's why he did it. So, what do you think, Thaddeus? Now, Thaddeus has got a problem. He is stuck on the other side of the toxic cloud, and he's separated along with Josephine from the group. What do you want to do?
Indeed, I am. But I also have a corpse ward pendant.
You do.
I do, which I'm going to put on for when the cloud disperses.
Now, I need to point something out to you guys about the cloud. Remember that you only take damage from the cloud if you start your turn in it.
Not if you go through it. That seems
I will quickly
doesn't
look
make
at the
sense to
toxic
me.
cloud thing again.
toxic cloud. I'll look that up too.
It says toxic cloud. It says you conjure the functions. Each starts its turn. You deal 6d8 damage poison to each breathing creature that starts its turn in the spell's area.
So you can run through it.
I can run through it and hold my breath.
Well, that's interesting.
You
I'm-
have the ability
I'm helping
to
him
hold
out
your
a
breath
little
for
bit
very
here,
long
guys. I
time.
really am.
Well,
But that's okay.
I'm still breathing underwater.
Yeah.
But I can hold my breath for time. So putting on the corpse ward pendant. And
Now you've got some distance to go here.
I do, but I'll need to stop and get my bearings once I'm past the cloud anyways, but at least if I can just get there,
Okay.
and then I can figure out what I need to do for the next turn.
So you're wanting to move forward then? Oh, there you go. So
There I
you
go.
did it. Okay, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's one move. Took you to there.
And now I'm looking through the doorway and assessing what's going on, so that I am prepared for my next turn.
Okay. So you're going to do a battle assessment?
Sure.
All right, now you first of all get to look, and you see obviously that it's an undead Wight, that Percy is slightly injured, that Raven is behind and clearly visible to you, but the Wight is apparently unaware of him, and that the Wight is big and bad and mean and scary. And what else do you know about the Wight? Roll for a battle assessment. Give me a d20 and let me see if I can tell you anything else.
16.
16 is enough to know that this Wight has got a great deal of essence, so a lot of health left still.
Bugger.
Much more than any one of you. Apparently, his essence has been drawn from some of the what used to be people that are skeletons that he was reanimating. He was able to increase his own undead essence from them
Little brat.
as he bound them and basically drained the life out of them.
He's an energy vampire.
Yeah.
In the largest sense.
I was married to one of those.
We've all known them, but this is maybe the biggest one we're encountering.
What's going on here? Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
What
What's going
happened?
Well, I'm going to start to lose my remote control. I didn't plug it in. Glenn, could you plug this into one of those USBs over there? Just plug it into that. Can I have the other control
Sure.
panel? Sorry about that, guys. We just had a little remote control problem. We use, here, I'll show you our Skookum setup here. We use basically a touchpad with all of our different scenes for changing cameras on it. And we usually have 3 of these running. Tonight, unfortunately, we only have 1. And that's because I did not charge my phone like an idiot earlier today, and that's the other one we use.
I wonder why. It's not like you had anything else to do.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so going back to what we were talking about. Anything else you're wanting to do, Thaddeus?
I'm just going to inform the rest of the group that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got an energy vampire here who is in very good health.
And I would say he's close to an energy vampire, but a vampire would be more a living being, and this is total undead. So Wight. Okay. Then it becomes next person's turn in the encounter, and that is Mr. Percy Weir Tiger. Don't. What
Okay.
do you think, sir?
Damn thing's got such a high AC. Every time I try to attack it, he manages to beat it. Just
Now
on
that he
points
is
basis.
now that he is caught off guard.
Oh, Oh, and we're okay. Fine. I'm gonna.
Let me apply the off guard to him because I didn't do that yet.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Boom.
Okay.
Okay, that is going to mean now that his AC has dropped.
Yay.
Oh, by the way, you are a weird tiger.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
So you have a weird tiger.
Okay. Excuse me. And I am going to strike at him with fangs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right.
So, do that.
You know, I didn't take the health off that you had sucked off of him before, so I got to do this. There.
So 30.
To hit him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit him for sure.
Okay, and that was with fangs, which is damage.
Let's get an elastic band on that mask for you next time, buddy. That way it will
1d8
stay.
plus 4. 1d8 plus 4. Oh, 8 plus 4, so 12.
Okay, so 12?
Yeah,
12 points of damage.
and that was my first turn.
All right. So first turn you hit him for 12. Do some decent damage to him. That's good stuff.
And now I'm going to use Claw, which is strike plus 2. And what's it's only plus 9 on second time, right?
Yeah, your bonus attack, I believe, is a +9 on your second attack.
Yeah. So it was only a 20. So that's not good enough to hit.
No, misses. Your claw the second time misses him. You have a third attack,
Okay, and
which it gives you a +5 on any of the attacks that you do. And it only says 3 on Fangs and Jaws, but I'm going to make it +5 across the board.
see now, I am in charge of myself at the moment.
You have full control.
Pull out a vial of holy water and throw it at it. At its feet, right in front of me.
You have a problem.
What?
Because you have been morphed into Weird Tiger, the only thing you have from your regular inventory is your bow and quiver.
Okay.
Everything morphs away with the rest of your body.
Everything morphs away. Okay. In that case, yeah. That was an explosive leap. No. I don't think I can use the explosive leap. I think that takes more than one turn.
Unless you want to use it to get away from him.
I know I want to flank, but I guess if I step to one side, I'm not flanking anymore, right?
No, you guys have to be across from each other for
Across
him
from
to
each
be
other,
flanked.
but Lavinia is flanking at the moment.
No, she's in the other room.
She's not in melee.
Oh, she's not in melee range. Okay. I'm gonna roar at him like bejesus. All right. Roar!
What does that do?
I don't know. Makes you feel.
Intimidation.
Nothing happens when you roar.
That's fine.
Hey, I gave you benefit of the doubt of a roar. Okay, all right. That means it becomes the next person's turn, and that next person is Lavinia Rose. What would you like to do, Miss?
Miss Lavinia
Death
Rose
cleric.
would like to cast some magic missiles on this gentleman.
Some magic missiles?
Mm-hmm.
All
Did
right.
you just call him a gentleman?
I did. He's wearing white.
He's a dead gentleman now. So,
Not
what kind
gentleman.
of damage are you going to do with your magic missiles? Roll to hit. I mean, not roll to hit, roll to damage. Because magic missiles, of course, they don't miss. You get a +3 bonus on your magic missiles. You know what? I didn't take enough damage off for your missile. You got the +3 besides the 4 that it hit.
Just confirm.
So I'm going to correct that damage. with another 3 points off of him.
What's he at now?
I'm not telling. Good try though.
We roll 4s on the magic missiles.
D4s, yeah.
How many?
It depends. Are you shooting a level 1 magic missile? Or are you heightening it to 2 or 3? What you gonna do for the?
See what interesting goodies I have here. I'm gonna heighten it to level 2.
Means you get 6 magic missiles because you're not moving.
Okay. So you get all of these.
So 4d6.
6, 8, 9, 13, and 16.
16 plus
16.
3 is 19 points. So that's a pretty decent damage of this evil wight. 19.
I'm just gonna check on said dog.
Okay, and it becomes the next player's turn, which is actually the captain of the guard, Eleander.
Is he still cowering in the corner with the rest
He
of
is
us?
backed up and he has
They're
retreated.
running.
And you hear him shouting out to you across the thing, "Get out! Get out! We're going to burn it to the ground if you're not out in the next 10 minutes."
Very long time in battle.
All right.
Yeah, this battle's
So
not going to go 10 minutes.
he's giving you 10 minutes, but he has no frame of reference.
Thank you.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, no, like thanks for the heads up. Appreciate it.
That means that after Eleander becomes Josephine Smith and Bear's turn. What would you like to do, ma'am?
I'm thinking like obviously there's like rescue mission. I'm not gonna just like hit and run out with Bear and save just our tails when everyone else, the rest of our troop, is behind this green cloud. And I don't have any sort of magical abilities to try and neutralize this cloud. So
Are you going to do what Thaddeus did?
well, I'm thinking.
Because you know, Thaddeus spoke to the group after he got out of the class. After he went through.
Well, if we go back in there, that is our tomb. But I've got Bear. And jerk. Let the cat in, let the cat out. I know what I'm gonna do.
What's going to happen?
I know what I am going to do. I am going to extend my green vine.
By the way, you still have Zephyrville active.
Thank
Don't
you
forget.
for metagaming. I appreciate it.
Well, I figured I would tell you.
But what I would like to do is toss my green vine across the cloud and tell everyone to grab on and come across.
All right.
My climbing vine. You know the one?
Mhm.
Let me find
So
it.
you're saying you want us to leave?
Yeah, they're gonna torch the place. Let's get the F out of here.
Did all of us hear that, or did just some of us hear
I
it?
let's say with the echo, everybody could hear.
I yelled in my last turn, we got to get the heck out of here, because I overheard Oleander. This was last game last week or 2 weeks ago. I overheard them saying they were about to burn it, and I yelled back to you guys, we got to get out of here.
So he's giving him 10 minutes, right?
And yes, so myself, still behind there, I am throwing my green vine, which is a magical extending vine, across for you guys to find, grab onto, and use as a lead to come through the green cloud. If you so wish.
Okay, so let's assume that you throw it there, but you don't attack anybody with it.
No, it's
You leave it unwound. It's your vine whip.
It's going to be used as a lead, like as a guide.
All right, and are you saying anything to them, or
Grab on, we gotta go. Again, saying we gotta go.
anything else you want to do? Your turn.
Well, because maybe they didn't understand If we do not leave immediately, we will be engulfed in flames in 10 minutes. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, before we go into the next turn, I want to introduce you guys to Simon. You usually don't see him because he is running around underneath the table, but he is very barky today and decided that he wanted to come up and be held a little bit, which is unusual for him. Anyways, Simon is our little rescue dog we've had for many years, and he's usually a big old chicken shit. So I'm surprised that he's here today. We're going to move on to the next person, which is, by the way, Bear is just going to stay with you then, I assume?
I'm not sending him into the cloud, and I'm not
Yeah.
sending him out into the abyss, no.
And that means that it becomes the Wight's turn. The Wight is unaware of Raven behind him because of the corpse ward pendant. He is still focused because, of course, he doesn't have a super great mind. He is focused on the Weir Tiger in front of him. So once again, he decides to try and make a physical attack, and this time he's going to go for a claw. So he's going to strike to hit. We're going to see how he did. He strikes to hit. Come on, computer, hurry up. Oh, sorry, Mike. Okay. Oh, I see what I got a problem with. I'm trying to operate a dog and my stuff at the same time. 12 plus his strike is 18 with his claws, so it still hits for sure anyways. He does another 2d8s of damage plus bludgeoning.
He's got a plus 18 for attack.
Yep, on his claws he does 4, and 4 is 8. He does another 17 points of damage to Percy Weir Tiger with a real bad slash. Once again, Percy has got to see if he can resist drain life.
Okay. No.
He does not resist drain life this time, and he takes the condition of drain life level 1. That means
Out of curiosity, has anyone looked up what fire actually does to a wight?
I don't know if you guys have.
If it harms or helps.
I've not done a Arcana check yet on a Wight. I
Well,
was
just
focusing on the cloud.
These guys are planning on burning this place to try and
Okay.
get rid of this spirit. So I'm wondering if it'll make it stronger or weaker in the long run.
If they're going upstairs, never mind. I'm not going to make
All right, so here is a clarification on drained. Your health and vitality have been depleted as you've lost blood, life force, or some other essence. Drained always includes a value. You take a status penalty equal to your drained value on constitution-based checks, such as fortitude. You lose a number of hit points equal to your level. So you lose an additional, what level are you guys, 5? You lose 5 hit points for the drain life. All right. And how you doing for health there, Mr. Percy?
Not good.
Not good. You're hurting. Percy is
I'm
hurting.
unit.
Okay, that becomes the end of the Wight's turn, and it becomes Raven Alexium's turn again.
Raven chooses to cast a level 3 summon animal spell.
Raven casts a level 3 summon animal spell. We use poker chips for what we do. Oh, I guess I should actually put it on me when I do this. We use poker chips like this, and Raven's still got a level 3 poker chip.
He casts
Okay.
Protoceratops.
Protoceratops. And today, the Protoceratops will be played by the Velociraptor. This is a
Everybody's
running
favorite.
gag in our
That's how we had a
game.
Pachycephalosaurus.
What's that?
We have a
We have
velociraptor.
we have a whole egg, but you know this guy's on salary, so
He's on salary.
instead of us paying somebody, some other
He's a paid
dinosaur, he's
Paid dinosaur,
already
yeah.
paid anyways. So
Okay, so I'm going to put this guy where he could playing. Just drop them right there because the Wight's against the wall. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Okay,
is.
so he goes in the only other available space,
Okay.
and that was a 3 action.
So he's appeared. Does he get to do anything once he's appeared?
After my turn, he comes immediately after me.
Okay. So what's
So-
he going to do?
Well, he's got 2 actions. His first action will be a strike with his we'll try a head. Yeah, he's gonna try and hit him with his head. And it's a +1, it's a +10 to hit.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay, baby needs a new pair of shoes. 11 + 10 is 21.
And that is going to miss by 1 point.
Okay. But then he uses his secondary action to do a head tuck, basically. And it's a defensive posture. He tucks in his head and presents it as a sturdy frill, granting a +1 circumstance bonus to AC adjacent allies.
Ooh.
And as a reaction, he does a fall block. So if the Protoceratops is in defensive posture, which he's currently in, and an adjacent ally would take damage from a physical attack, the Protoceratops partially blocks a blow with its frill, reducing the damage by 5. Which looks like a really good idea at the moment because Percy's
pretty
taking
brilliant.
a beating.
Yes.
Okay. So Protoceratops is kind of going to be in guardian mode now and is going to help try and absorb the damage and also boost your AC by 1. So boosting your AC by 1 and then taking 5 points of damage if you do get hit. That's pretty cool.
That helps.
All right. Okay.
So
Super.
maybe he won't hit you and he'll go after this guy instead.
Yeah, that's possible.
And I yell with to Josephine, I'm not leaving, I'm fighting.
All right. Okay. So next person in the encounter is Thaddeus.
Thaddeus. I'm just going to shift a little bit so I can see the target clearly. And I'm going to use Ring of the Ram.
Whoa, Ring of the Ram. This is a special ring that you found. It was in a treasure previously that you guys had, correct?
Yes.
And what does Ring of the Ram do?
What does Ring of the Ram do? A ram-shaped blast of force slams into one foe that you can see within 30 feet. The number of actions you spend to activate this from 1 to 3 determines the intensity of the force. Low details, 2d6 force damage per action spent, and pushes the target 5 feet per action spent. The target must attempt a DC 22 fortitude save.
Okay. And you can hit him from distance with that thing, can't you? You don't have to be right in front of him necessarily.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I just need to see him through the doorway.
All right. So you're going to try and do a superhero punch. I think that's
Superhero
what we call
punch.
it. And he's got to try and survive a fortitude save. Be able to.
Sounds like a Kamehameha.
It's unfortunate I'm on the other side of him.
That's true.
Right?
Well, he rolls an absolutely unbelievable 6 and does not meet his fortitude. So, what does he take?
2d6 for each
Appears to
2d6
me-
for each action.
action. So 3
And you
times
didn't even
2d6.
move, did you?
Well,
Are you using all 3
I
actions?
just shifted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 66.
But I didn't-
That's
Okay.
66 force.
Okay. 4,
Wow.
4, 5, 1, 6, and 5.
25.
25 points damage.
Nice one.
Okay.
Lovely.
Yeah, that was good.
He's also pushed by this. Because you succeeded and he is pushed half the distance. So the half the distance that he is pushed is how far? 5 feet per action spent, 15 feet. So you're pushing him 7 feet.
Into a wall.
Well, we're going to see how this works out because we've got to have a look at him where he is. And, okay, the Wight is here. He takes 25 points of damage. And you can see now that he is starting to bleed essence pretty significantly. So unlike a person who might be blood, you start to see this essence and these drips of ectoplasmic goo below him. As he is hit by the force of this thing, it literally knocks him right through Raven and into the wall on the other side. Boom. And he slams into the wall and is pinned by the force up against the wall temporarily. And you hear this come out of him as he hits the wall. So excellent job. That was all 3 of your turns.
Yep.
And it becomes Percy Redfeather. What do you want to do, sir?
I am freaking mad. I don't think there's any room in my brain for superior reasoning. I'm just gonna,
Because you're a weirbeast right
well,
now.
I'm a weird beast. You know, I mean,
An injured werewolf.
you know, a Percival is back there watching this, trying to go, no, good kitty, good kitty, good, you know, just it's okay. But you know, he's in there with an 18 plus.
Bring your
Nice roll.
Sorry.
dice roll here.
Yeah, I gotta
18
bring
plus what?
So 18 plus 13 makes 31, and for
To hit.
a what does he got for damage? Okay, so that was claw,
So you did a claw on him.
and
If you put your mouse over it, it says that it's
1d8 plus 4. So yeah,
I am going to say that because of the damage that you've taken, you are now enraged,
yeah.
which means that while your hit has not increased, your damage, if you do connect, doubles.
So
Nice.
I rolled 6 damage.
Roll
So-
again then for the second D8.
Okay. That's 4 plus. So yeah, 10. So
10, and then the damage is a plus 4, but I'm saying it's doubled because of the rage, which means it's an 8, which
Perfect.
gives you 18.
18 damage.
Okay, so that's 18 damage on your
Wow.
first attack.
yeah, and second attack.
Now, you had to move forward to be able to hit him. You got to move right beside Raven
Yeah.
because he was pushed away from you. So I'm
Right.
going to move you forward, and we're just going to retcon that. And since you moved forward, that's your first action.
Okay.
Your second action was your claw attack.
Okay.
This is your third and last action.
That's garbage. So, third one was, I rolled a 5. Plus 13 is not good enough. Or plus
going on
9
here?
is not good enough.
Okay, so the third one, you go to slash him, but you miss.
I missed. Yeah.
All right. Okay, that is the end of your actions, and it becomes Lavinia Rose. What's up with you, Lavinia? What do you want to do?
I would like to cast heal on him.
On who?
On the, I'm going to do it as a group because that will help you and hurt him all at the same time.
Okay, so from where you're standing, you can't move to cast a group heal. From where you're standing, because it's epicenter on you. Yes, sir. They are all within your 30 feet. You absolutely can do that.
All right. So I'm giving you my heal token.
Let me double check that. Yeah. Okay. And your heal is what? 2d10, 1d10? What is it?
Should 1d10. And
Well-
actually, it's probably more than that.
Because with level 1 you gave me, right? So it's a
Yeah.
1d10.
You know, that Simon eating. Yeah. Can I bump that up? Can I heighten it?
Yeah, if you give me a higher spell slot. You gave me a... Oh,
She gave you heal.
You just gave me a heal.
But it still gives me the ability.
I'm just
to
going to say
heighten.
yes. You can heighten it to double. Okay. So you can do 2d8s or 2d10s.
2d10.
Usually it's 2d10s at this level for you guys anyways.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we just get lost in math and it takes us forever. I'm trying to move it along as much as I can.
Nice. And an 8, 17.
Okay, so you did 17 points of heal. So this means that everybody is affected except for Josephine and Bear by the heal. If you guys have lost points at some point, you can give yourselves back those 17 points. As the wave of healing, which is a golden glowing wall. I don't know why I'm on Josephine right now. Sorry about that.
Just randomly.
Just a random camera. Oh. So as I was saying, as the glowing wall of the heal expands outwards and hits all of the players, they all get 17 points of healing. As it hits the Wight, it obliterates him. And really uses him. Wow.
Okay, now I know it's not my
Let
turn.
me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. It obliterates him and practically fuses him into the wall that he is up against. So that his skeleton is just kind of, it's not inside the wall, but it's fused against the wall in this horrible rictus as it's there going, "Ah," and he is destroyed. Okay.
Yay.
Okay, Josephine, what was it that you were asking about?
Again, everyone grab onto that green vine. Let's get you out of here. There are a bunch of torches.
We have lots of time. Why don't you run up there and tell them we got it?
That's true, but Josephine doesn't know that.
Well, we can
I just
yell.
told him.
She
I just told her.
All right.
You're
so-
yelling that back to me.
Yes.
I yelled that to you. You yelled that back to
we
me.
defeated
okay,
him.
We
okay,
got it.
Okay, on my turn, then I will go and talk to them. I just that was just an immediate response, having heard.
And fire predominantly goes up, and we're in stone.
Yeah.
Okay, I have
And
a
the-
huge
and the
fear
fog is a
of being
concentration spell.
underground. Anyways, you guys know this about my previous adventures.
So this is real for
Being
Josephine.
burned alive while underground, I'm kind of freaking out. That's,
Okay.
It's a personal thing.
Go follow him. You're fast.
And
Tell him we've got him.
and tell him not to torch the place. 'cause
Okay,
we-
so
we
Josephine goes to tell him. You tell him, right?
Hey,
Oh, you got to move your character.
hey, Eleander, hold on.
Don't burn the place down.
Please don't.
And
We got the bad guy.
the fog cloud is toast, right? The toxic
And the
cloud?
the toxic fog cloud dissipates
Oh,
away.
beauty. Okay, running up here. Pew pew. Eleander, wait. Please don't burn us alive.
Wow.
We got it.
We got it.
That was a good shot there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well done.
Amazing, all of you guys.
Well done, Lavinia.
Huge
Oh,
damage, huge
yeah.
damage, huge damage. I just sat
Did it-
outside and did nothing but throw a whip in.
Did it bring your health up enough that you're functional now?
I'm still the weird tiger, but I'm functional. Yeah.
No, but the weird tiger would have been impacted.
You have 5 minutes left of Weird Tiger if you choose to keep it or dismiss it.
I'm probably going to dismiss it after 5 minutes. Why?
Well, no, I mean, I did the heal for all of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he added the heal points. Whatever
added
he's
the
got,
heal
he's got.
points.
That's
You,
all
if
I'm
you want to
asking.
know what he's got, you can click on his
Because
character
I
and
was
open it
down
up.
from 83 to 30.
Yikes.
So, and currently that brings me up to 46.
You're
Which is,
sitting pretty.
yeah, I'm
That's-
sitting okay.
that's-
I'm
that's not
okay.
bad.
I'm okay for now.
Now, as Josephine gets up to the guards and yells at them that they got it, the Eleander, the head of the guards, says, "All right, hold men," and he takes them and is still just waiting there for the rest of you to come out or to report on what's going on. So you're out of combat now. You can decide what you are going to do. What's up? Who plans what? Where?
Raven's going to look for treasure.
Yay!
No.
Raven,
is going to.
Raven immediately checks the body.
Well, he's
And I'm
gonna.
going to check for traps along this.
Raven is going to sense magic, detect magic.
Okay. So
I'm looking for doors
Let's see
and
if there's
traps.
anything remaining.
Raymond decides that he is going to detect magic as Thaddeus checks for traps. Are you moving someplace to do that? And what location are you going into?
Oh, sorry, I should do it on my icon.
What do
on
you
the
think?
map.
What?
Is Drema telling you something?
You think there's something behind that door that he came out of? We should get someone to check that. Okay.
Okay. So we'll go to the table map for this. As Thaddeus goes up, he realizes that it's basically a hidden door that has just moved away, and it's an opening now. He does not see any traps as he looks into the room. I'm going to remove the fog from the room. Let's go to the adventure screen for the folks at home so they can see. Also, I need to end the encounter.
I can't believe you guys killed that Wight. I seriously was scared for all of your lives. I was
That
like, I
Wight-
know I can get myself out alive.
I'm scared
but you
for all
can't.
my lives too.
That Wight started out with 135 health points.
Wow.
And you guys blasted him to the point where he had 6 left by the time Percy had finished gouging him.
Wow.
So when Lavinia smashed into him with her last one, that was the end of it.
What happens when we gang up on somebody?
You walked into the wrong neighborhood, Wight.
Yo, you don't mess with me, my homie.
So on that room itself, let me just put adventure screen over here and center it like this.
Oh.
We and our alarm has just gone off for the game. As Thaddeus looks into the room, being no stranger to medical labs and stuff like that, he can clearly see that it's some type of alchemy lab.
Ooh.
Yay.
Ooh.
It's got some strange, what looks like the residuals of green, glowing, flickering essence in it, but it's not a poison or anything like that. It's just a strange lighting that's in the room.
Is that is it ectoplasm?
Ectoplasm.
Ectoplasm.
The residue of ectoplasm is making the room grow green. He can see up in one corner a old musty chest. And as he looks down around the room, he can see a table at the bottom end and a couple of shelves along, all with what look like some lab equipment and some arcane equipment laying on them. We are going to call it right there. We're going to call that as the end of this episode as we go to take a break. We usually play 2 to 3 live episodes per night when we play live on Wednesday nights. And then we try and break them up into recordings if I have time to do that. So this is going to be the end of our first recorded episode tonight. For those of you that are watching us live, stick around. We are going to take a break. Right now it is 8 p.m. We're going to be back at 8:15. And we're going to start our second episode tonight. And the Wylders around the table are going to find out what the loot is. What are the goodies in the Alchemist room? And so come back, stick around, or come back and see us then 15 minutes from now. Thanks all for coming to watch us tonight, and we hope you'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
tea. Oh, I'm sorry, Simon, for existing. I've been walking beside you.
Because I was going to install that into the old Volkswagen van, so they would have like La Cucaracha and a ship horn and all these other horns. Because
Get the QI klaxon.
okay, how does that one go?
It's a combination of a bunch of different sounds, but they play that when somebody gets the wrong answer.
Oh,
Wah, wah, wah. That one?
No, it's pretty distinctive for QI.
That's pretty cool there, Mr. Percy.
yeah, that's kind of groovy. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do a third one, and this time I'm gonna print the 3D printing parts so they properly fit. Because I hacked them and I modified them to get what I wanted, right?
Yeah.
Because the servos would fit inside and feed through, and the pivot would work.
Well, I meant to turn on the camera. And I turned on the front burner.
So much fun.
Let's go and watch that.
Yikes. There we go.
Are you kidding me? This cat.
Oh,
You're just
I
bored.
wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
No,
I
no,
could
no.
have done
I let him out 2 minutes ago.
that.
Literally, he's like, "What's outside? Okay, what's inside? What's outside? What's inside?"
It's a cat.
Like you said, he's
Oh
bored.
my god. Somehow we bumped this thing and it's showing everything we do right now. We're snacking. That's right. I have got hummus, homemade hummus made by Amanda, Josephine,
That's
with some celery and some cauliflower.
And how do you like it?
And it's awesome. Love it.
Hey,
Everybody else is going and having berries and cream in the other room. I'm going to have a little bit of those later.
start with the veggies and.
So I don't know how I bumped the screen to mess this up, but we're going to go back to be right back. And we'll see you guys in a minute. Did you hear these guys talking about the Raven 2.0 they're planning? Yeah. If not, you'll see it when Rob started it and Glenn's going to finish it. All right. We'll see you guys in a bit. And we are back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you that maybe are seeing our game for the first time, I am Dave Wildson. I am the game master for a game that we call basically the Wylders game. All around me are the other players. Here they are. Everybody say hello, Wylders.
Hello, Wylders.
And we're going to
And friends.
and basically find out who they are real quick. We play a game that's a combination of kind of D&D and Pathfinder together. It's a role-playing game. We use maps on a TV on our table to play, and little laptops to keep all of our character sheets and stuff. And to my left, we're going clockwise here, is Mr. Thaddeus Poindexter. Who are you and what do you do?
Hello, my name is Ian Little. I am playing the role of Thaddeus Poindexter, who is a fully qualified, trained physician from Louisville School of Medicine, University of Louisville. And I have my diploma to prove it. So, and I just wander around the countryside, helping where I'm needed.
We're grateful for that.
Yes. And he also does stabby things with his knives because he's not just
Shame on you, sir! How dare you!
We're
How
outing
dare
him
you.
and his other identity.
Only when necessary.
Here's Josephine Smith.
Oh, hi. My name in Terra is Amanda. My name in Aerra is Josephine Smith. I look really sweet and innocent, and like I'm a small half elf with a very large companion who's my dire wolf. But yeah, to make up for my size, I have an arsenal of pew-pews.
Awesome. Lavinia.
Well, good evening, everybody. Good morning, whatever time it is that you're watching this. I am Janice. I am the wife of the gentleman down at the end of the table.
That's
Dave,
me, the game master.
the game master. And I play the role of Lavinia Rose, who is a cleric. And she's a healer for some people. And she helps undead move on to a better life. That sounds weird. Anyways, I love this game.
And Mr. Percy Redfeather.
At the moment, I am Percy Weirdheimer. I have been attacked by a wight, and I got even.
But when I turn back, I will be Percival Redfeather, and I'm a ranger and a hunter and a bounty finder guy. So
Okay. And Mr. Alexium.
Yes, I'm Glenn LaValle. I play Raven Lexium, a squishy wizard, and I'm an alchemist as well as what? Oh,
Pardon
I have
you,
a
Drema?
familiar. Her name is Drema.
All right. He's our squishy wizard, all right. So that's the bunch of us, all of the Wylders. I just had a camera malfunction here. Hold on, let me fix it. There we go. I think that'll be okay. So that's the bunch of us. That's the Wylders. And we are in the middle of, well, we've just finished a fight. We're in the middle of a basement of a big house that is in the town of Saltmarsh, which is, of course, really Saltshore, the old D&D module, if any of you have ever played it. This was one thing that we did as kind of a side quest from the main quest. Everybody has been trying to solve the mystery of why there was people missing in the town. They investigated this haunted house that had these weird flashing lights, found out it was a smuggler's den, and they have broken the smuggler's ring, and then they encountered an actual supernatural force that was behind a big barred door in the house, and it was a wight. W-I-G-H-T. A wight is a very powerful ancient ghost, and you can look it up if you need for any of the lore on wights. They have beaten it. We are here in the house in the basement, and we need to decide. I'm going to move this over just a little bit because you guys have a brand new room to look at, right?
Mm-hmm.
The minis are off place from where they're supposed to be right now. Maybe we do it on the adventure screen. There we go. The last thing they found out was that after they'd beaten the wight, they're going to investigate the hidden alchemist lab. So, hidden alchemist lab, anybody?
Excuse me, Game Master Sir. before we proceed, can we do a shout out like we like to do?
Oh, sure. Let's do shout outs.
So,
Absolutely.
Hi, Sugar.
Hi, Sugar.
Hi, Brother Silver.
Hi, Brother Silver.
Hey, guys.
Hello on YouTube to
the folks
my
watching
friend,
us.
Pyro. Hi. And hi, Pete.
Pete,
Yay!
hey,
Hi,
Pete.
Pete.
Love you.
Wonderful.
Those are all commented, but there are a few, so I thought we should like make sure to do our recognition.
We love that you guys are bringing your friends, and bit by bit, people are starting to know about the Wylders. This is so
Yeah.
exciting. Thank you so much for helping build this.
Now, we play this game because we play this game, not to stream it online. That was an afterthought, a second thing that we would do. We're all friends, so we like to get together when we can on Wednesday nights to socialize and to play this fun game that everybody's hooked on and everybody's addicted to. Everybody loves their characters, and so it's a fun time for us. We also, on top of that, decided that we would try and put in some cameras and mics and let you guys see what we do just for the fun of it as well. So that's where we're at. Now, go into the adventure screen. This is the room with all of the kind of the ambient green sparkly glow in it. That's the residual of the Wight's ectoplasmic energy, I guess you could say. But it's not harmful. And Thaddeus was standing at the edge of the room looking in. What do you wish to do now, Thaddeus?
I wish to stand aside and have Mr. Alexium just confirm that this flashing light is of no danger.
I believe you wanted to do a magic thing, right?
He already
Well,
did.
He did
I did
Detect
detect
magic.
magic, but I didn't get a response.
Yeah, we got sidetracked on that. So, all right. So the detect magic. When you detect magic in the room, you detect a faint emanation of something magical from the chest that is in the top corner. Let's go here. This chest that's in the top corner here. You also detect that there's nothing really magical along the table or the thing. Only thing, something faintly magical from the top chest. You also detect something magical on what must be the residual of the Wight.
Not the skeletons, or they came back
The
empty.
skeletons come back, and let me see. I'll double click one and see if there's anything in the skeleton. I don't know if there even is. Let's have a look at their inventories. The skeletons. No, muskets and bayonets. I made them from soldiers, so no, they don't have anything in them. They're just skeletons. Because they didn't attack you with weapons. They only attacked you with their hands. Right? Right.
Okay.
So, that's it. That's all you find that's magical in this area. What would you like to do? Anybody else? Who's next? Who's going
Well,
next?
I'm still waiting for the official all clear from Mr. Alexium. I'm not going in there until I know it's safe and I'm not going to be turned into an asparagus.
The chest has some magical aura, but I didn't perceive it as dangerous, as well as the Wight is emanating a bit of magic as well. But that's it.
And this glowing light?
It's for effect.
That's right. It took me like 10 minutes for that. So it's just for effect.
It's like a Wight's lava lamp.
Okay, well, I would be happy
Ambiance.
to check the chest for traps and locks and
Okay.
Okay,
usual.
go
Better
on.
you than me.
Going up to the chest. The chest is a musty old chest. Looks like there's a layer of dust on the top. It's been undisturbed for quite a while.
Where's my character sheet?
As you examine it, looking
18.
for traps, you find that it looks like it's not even locked. Now, I need to actually go to our musty old chest in the... Where did I put the musty old chest? There it is. And I will give everybody ownership of the musty old chest. It's all yours now. All players are owners as of now. So now you can click it open to find out what's in the musty old chest. For those folks at home, we're going to go to the adventure screen and we're going to double click it ourselves. We actually got a wow out of the out of our wizard there. So we see that there are there's a potion of poison mist.
Ooh.
There are some flasks.
Empty
There's
flasks are a
empty
good
flasks,
thing.
bottles, vials.
I'm taking the empties.
And
Of course
then-
you are.
I want
It
the
looks
potion
like-
of poison mist, please.
there's a, well, okay, you guys can figure that out yourselves. There's a scroll of positive attunement.
I want the scroll of mad monkeys.
Scroll of mad monkeys.
What
I
the
have
what?
no idea what that is.
You
Do
just
you
want
have to
it.
be a magic user to use it, or no?
Probably.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And then
I think
there's
rogues can use stuff like this.
a potion of sea surge and a potion of swimming. And then there's 3 different scrolls: a positive attunement scroll, a roused skeleton scroll, a lashing rope scroll, a mad monkey scroll, and a dividing trench scroll. All rank 3 spells. So that's
Why
a
am I
good
not
bunch.
seeing the same thing?
Did you double click on the musty old chest?
I see a potion, an empty glass bottle, a vial, a positive attunement, roused skeletons,
Yep.
slashing rope, mad monkeys,
Yep.
dividing trench, sea surge, and potion of swimming.
That is correct.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything yet.
Oh, good thing Bear and I are so far away because there's nothing for us.
Well, it's an alchemist lab. So what do you
Fair.
think would be in an alchemist lab of use to
Fair,
anybody
fair.
here? Probably only of things of use to your resident wizard and alchemist, right? Next, when you guys break into an armory, then you'll find stuff that the wizard will be like, boo-boo, because he can't find anything in the armory, but of course it'll be armory stuff for you guys. So, having looked at all this stuff, you guys can deal with it yourself and move it wherever you need to into your bags of holding and stuff like this. Anything else you guys wish to examine? I noticed that Thaddeus has gone to the tabletop.
And so did I.
All right. Well, I don't see your token over there. You got to move your token before I'm going to know it. Okay. When he looks at the items on the table, and I actually just put them in another container to make the life easier. That container is called table items. I'm going to give ownership of that to everybody. Owner. There you go. You having a
Yeah.
problem?
No, I'm just thinking this potion of sea surge, someone who isn't a magic user should grab it, because that gives you an option to do something if your attacks aren't working.
Yeah, it's like a little AoE that'll push things, isn't it? Or something like that if you throw the
Let's
bottles.
have a peek here. Thank you.
A solid wall of liquid, surge of water rushing away from you, 5 foot thick, 10 feet wall of water.
So basically,
I'd be
you
okay if that if
throw a
without
tsunami. You throw a tsunami at
card.
people.
More, yes, yeah.
I wave at the enemy.
So, would one of you like to take it?
I do have some experience with water.
You do.
Okay.
Would you like to take it?
I
because,
will be happy to do that.
Because casting that, you would also be able to ride the wave if necessary.
Well,
There's
that's
not a lot
interesting.
of things that rogues can do with magic related stuff, so it would be handy for him.
Mhm.
Just like his Ring of the Ram and a few
Yeah.
other things besides his physical stuff that he does. Okay, the table items. You find basically 4 items on the table. There is a rose of gold, a feather of gold, a skull of gold, and 5 gold coins. What's strange about the coins is that they have the same print on them as the orichalcum coins that you're used to, the reddish copper coins. But in this case, it's though they've been turned into gold from what they used to be.
Oh.
The skull looks like a real human skull, except that it's every perfect feature of it. You can, even Thaddeus recognizes it a legitimate skull, but now instead of bone, it is gold. The rose, you can see how perfect and fine the petals are, even the tiny thorns. Every detail is perfect on the rose, except now it is gold.
So obviously we've got like a Midas. This man or this Wight that we've just destroyed has a Midas something or other, right? So Sir spells a lot should probably find out
JKMOL.
should probably find out how these things are being turned.
Okay.
Can you do an assessment to say if any of these are magical?
I did, and there's no magic incantation effort coming from that table. So I would say there's nothing magical about them. But I can look at them and say, ooh,
Do you go to look at them?
I do.
There's a book beside them. Do you want to look at the book?
No. Yeah, okay. Okay, I look at the book.
Did you say no?
By the way,
The title on the book is Ye Secret. You can read it's written in Old English. And the title on the book is Ye Secret of Ye Philosopher's Stone.
figured it was a philosopher's.
There's no author acknowledged. And as
And
you
J.K.
page
Rowling's
through
and,
all of the pages in the book, you find that most of the book is intact, but the last few pages have rotted away. And that's all you know about this process that's happened here, whatever it is.
Can I take the book?
Yep.
I take the book.
Okay. You take the book. It might be worth something to the right buyer.
It might be, or I can find the last 3 pages.
Does it get entered into his like diary so he can read it?
Yeah. So I need to follow that up. I'll put that on my to-do list to give you an actual book and figure something out.
Okay.
I don't know about making pages for it. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like a summary.
And
So basically, these items have just been taken from their original state and turned into gold.
that's what it would look like to
It
you.
just doesn't seem like that's what it is, though. So
That's what the philosopher's stone does.
Who wishes to do further investigation?
I can do an investigation.
What are you investigating in particular? I need
Um,
specifics of the item.
I will investigate the rose and I'll do an arcana check.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 1, so I didn't do very well.
So you investigate the rose and poke your finger with one of the little golden thorns and it hurts.
I would also like to do it.
Dreama fluttered a wing in your face at the same time that you were trying to do
Go ahead
it.
and do your investigation check for Arcana.
14?
And what's your bonus with Arcana that goes with it?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Anything else anybody else wishes to do while Lavinia is doing her investigation check?
I'm still at the door with Bear. Well, I was over here.
Well,
We're keeping an eye on Oleander and the troop just in case they do decide to double cross us.
Okay.
And I'm turning back into a human being and investigating the body of the lich or the white.
Okay. The body of the white. You should be able to double click on the body of the. Oh, is he just declared dead? Has he got 0 hit points? No, he does not. Oh, hold on. 0, enter. Now, can you double click the body of the white and does it open up for you?
Can't be pickpocketed. Can't be pickpocketed.
So it's not allowing anybody to open it up. I know why. Hold on a second. I have got to put him back into a combat and I've got to make him dead ski, I think. Okay, there we go. Now I will close that again. And now try.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, hello.
Unusual container, unusual gemstone, and gem pouch. And the +1 striking ranceur.
And my
I'll do this for the folks at home on the adventure screen so they can see. We'll double click him open. And you'll see that he has his trident, that's striking ranceur. He's got some type of unusual gemstone, and then he's got a couple of containers, one unusual container and one gem pouch.
Okay.
I love anything labeled unusual.
So
Tell me
I
more.
think
That's the default for the fact that it's, been mystified, so you don't know what it is.
you don't know what it is yet. We have to investigate or give it to a magic user to check.
Or have the game master describe.
So, what do you want to do with the items that are on this dead white's body?
Well, I'm going to take the unusual gemstone and the unusual container.
I'm going to do a detect magic on those specific items.
Take them
They are.
over
You
to-
find that the unusual container is magical, and so is the unusual gemstone.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Now, I want to point out to you that if you click on the tiny little box icon that is right in front of the words, it should open them to look inside them.
I don't have permission
And
to.
I don't have permission.
Oh, well, then the game master has got to get his act together and give said permissions. So I shall do that. Let me see how I'm going to frickin' do it, though.
Once you know what the gemstone does, can I use it if I need to, since I'm the one who works with gems?
Probably the most useful to you.
So the gem pouch.
Shangoba.
Wow, this is really annoying to me. I cannot change the permissions to look in the... Can you guys move the container? Maybe I can do it this way. Okay, well, then I'm just going to tell you. So we will go to my screen, GM screen. There, you guys can see GM screen now. And I can double click it open for you. And the unusual container.
Well, I just moved it to the party stash.
Oh, okay. All right.
Accidentally. Sorry, I was just checking because you said, can we move it?
When you open up the gem pouch, you find that it's got an aerolite cluster. It's got aerolite gems, tiger's eye, aquamarine, whole bunch of gems. So there's a ton of gems that are inside the gem pouch.
All right, can I claim the gem pouch, or have you already claimed it?
Now you also find
You can take it and drag it to your inventory.
so there were supposed to be, you find inside the unusual container, which looks to you like it's another bag of holding. Inside of it, you find 8 ribs. Each of them has got some gold wire wrapped around them in little runes. And those are inside the gem. And obviously each of these ribs, each of these ribs has come from the skeletons that attacked you, and is apparently how the
He
alchemist
controls
had
it.
bound those skeletons to his will. Is with these ribs with gold wire. There's also the unusual gemstone, which is just a little round, almost square, but not with sharp edges, gray stone.
Gray cabochon. Weird.
So I did put, sorry guys, if you look in the party stash, it's the second from the bottom, just above Thaddeus's bag, is the unusual container. So if you want to find it. So
So if
that's,
we have a look at the party,
have a look here.
where did you say it is?
It's in the party stash.
In the stash?
And it says the nature of this container is unclear. Of course, it says that.
All you can tell about this container exactly is that it looks like it's a bag of holding.
With a bunch of ribs in it.
Yeah, with these 4 ribs in it. And those were the only things that were in it.
I would
8 ribs
suggest
in it.
that Miss Rose take charge of that and study the runes. They may come in useful when dealing with the soldiering dead.
Yeah, I haven't taken any runes.
Yeah.
I'd like to do an occult or arcana check on the bag of holding itself
Roll.
to see if it is a bag of holding. So I
Okay.
understand.
All right.
Okay. And I rolled a 7 plus arcana is 15 for 22.
It absolutely looks just like the bag of holding that you guys already own.
Woo!
Okay. And I'd like to now investigate the rib to see if I can identify what that is.
There are 8 of them.
I rolled a natural 20.
You can tell that each of the ribs is a missing rib from the skeletons on the floor. The rib cages clearly show where each rib was taken. And you can tell that the wire was wrapped around them in a rune configuration to bind those skeletons to the will of the master. And simply unwrapping the wire will give you some golden wire. But
Creepy.
that's all. Now that the skeletons are destroyed, the power that was holding them with the ribs is no longer active anyways.
The skeletons are destroyed, and
But before-
the binder is destroyed as well.
So we basically just scrap them for gold wire.
I was
Before we
Just like
take
that.
the wire off, we should make note of what the runes are.
Okay.
So they may come in handy when dealing with the soldiering dead. If
Okay,
we know,
everyone get out your
if by
camera
then,
phone and take a picture.
I beg your
Or,
pardon.
and notebooks. For
So Thaddeus goes and makes a sketch of all of the different rune designs. Figure out exactly.
Sorry, I'm
what
sorry,
they
I
are.
am really seriously missing something here. The runes are on the ribs. Is this
There,
right?
yeah, the wire is configured in runes on wrapped around
Okay,
the
thank you. I
the
just-
bones.
Instead of being carved into the bones, it's actually bound on them, as though it's binding the owner of the rib.
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining.
Now, I wanted to find out on the party screen, if I go to the stash, does the unusual container open for me or not? Oh, it just took the container, but it didn't take the container's contents. I see.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, because you said, well,
No,
somebody
that's
see
fine.
if you can
Yeah,
move it. And
I'm
I'm like,
glad
oh, I'll
you-
see
I'm
if I
glad
can
you
move
did.
it.
Anyway, so you could probably pull the ribs with gold wire if you want and throw them in some bag of holding if you need to. You don't find anything magical about those ribs anymore. The only magic was coming from the fact that it's a magical bag of holding. And the little gray stone has obviously got a magical aura around it.
Okay. Can I identify the stone?
Yes, you can attempt to identify the stone.
Okay. I rolled a 5 plus 12 is 17.
Looks like a luck stone to you.
A luck stone.
Yep. That would be your best guess based on your past arcane knowledge.
I'm going to give that to Thaddeus.
Okay.
I don't. No, he's sitting in the bad seat now. Remember?
Just with, okay. All right. He's the one who almost got cursed, right?
Lavinia, are you going to take that potion of poison mist? It's still in the chest.
I haven't got it open, and yes, I will take it, but I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
All right. That is all the treasure you find. And you can follow up and move these things around as you need to
Is
later.
there any other exits or entrances to this room?
No. In checking the walls, you do not find any other entrances or exits. That's a good question, because what if there was another secret passage? It makes sense to be in from here.
asking. Yep.
No, it looks like in this case you've finally reached the dead end, and there's nothing left in the basement of this
Then
haunted
we-
house.
We take our leave after I bind my wounds.
We have not searched the upstairs yet.
That's why we're leaving the rooms downstairs.
And we can just go upstairs and let the officers know what's been going on.
Yeah, we'll fill them in
We'll fill
and
them
then see if they want to proceed upstairs.
Yeah, we're not going to tell them about the things we found, though.
Well, hell no.
Why would we do that?
I'm just making
Yeah,
sure
we
we
can
all
give the
agree.
bones, if you really want.
Tell me you found a bunch of dead
Sure.
bones after you killed the skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some empty bottles in a chest.
That's it. There's nothing on them.
I can even show them the empty bottles.
Good call.
Okay, as you report back to Captain Eleander, and tell him that you've gone and he can go and have a look for himself if it's safe. Eleander does go back and investigate. He's pretty creeped out by the green glowing lights, so he doesn't spend a lot of time there. He basically says, fine, I think then that is going to be it. We are going to cordon off this house with plans to demolish it soon.
I think we would like to take a moment as a troop and look at the other parts of the house to see if there's anything of interest.
Eleander says that he's going to kick you out, and he is going to direct his guards to go room by room to check the rest of the house and see if there's anything there. But as far as he's concerned, he thinks the danger's past. So he's going to send you back to town while he leaves guards here surrounding the house and a search party going through it.
Okay, so
Then if he finds nothing of value or use, he is planning to burn it to the ground in the next day or so.
So we're not allowed to search the house.
no,
No, he says, no, you've done your part. Out you go, back to town.
verboten.
Also, he tells you that you need to report to the main council hall that evening.
Okay.
So just really quickly,
Do
I
we have
have
time for a shower.
the runed ribs in my stuff. If anybody wants them, that's where they are.
Did we not leave the ribs and just take the gold?
Well, you can do however you need to with it.
I've sketched out all the runes and how they were attached.
Okay, I accidentally
diagram.
moved them over, so I have to find them to move
you-
them
I
back.
think
Just,
that's
just
okay.
leave
Just
it.
keep
Just
them.
leave it. But
Just
just
leave
like ideologically, we know
That's
that
something that you and I can work on together in our spare time.
But get the potion of poison mist.
Okay, so I just have to open that. I'm sorry,
You know
I'm a
what?
little
I will
slower than the
allow
rest of
you. I
guys.
will still configure the navigation. Oh,
And
Get out of there.
while we're doing that back end stuff, I just want to talk amongst the group here, out of earshot of the earshot of the constables, and say, what are we going to get for all of our work here? Like, has anybody negotiated a fee for this? I can't remember what we said.
I have a feeling we
we're-
were expecting we were going to die.
we're not
No.
in prison. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
But I mean, what are we getting out of this?
And we already got a little bit of treasure.
we're,
Yeah,
we're
we-
getting not being
We
arrested.
weren't expecting to be going back to the village. We
Compensated, yeah.
thought when we were going in there, there was a possibility that we would end up being on the ship or
But we did
something
them
like
such a great service, though. We've unraveled a particular challenge that
I-
they had.
I
well, Mr.
I
Alexim, you are
understand-
certainly welcome to tell
I
this to bring
understand where
this
you're
up to the
coming
council.
from, but do you remember that we were brought in here by a father and two brothers in great distress, saying that, and we had rescued them from the little underground creature.
Dwergars.
Those guys. And so like we kind of just did this out of the goodness of our hearts. So
Well, originally,
But then we were arrested and taken away.
We
right?
really need to get back to our original.
Our original.
I
yes,
won't debate that.
bringing Madame
We have
Pixie's
we have the
remains
Pixies belongings.
I'm
We have
just
a duty
saying there
to-
should be a little sugar at the end of this rainbow.
So maybe you should show up at the damn
Yeah.
council meeting tonight and
Yeah.
find
Oh,
out.
okay.
Fine, we'll go to the council meeting.
Go for the council meeting,
Okay.
Can you
guys.
help me find
But,
where?
but don't push and don't act
the thing
greedy,
was,
or we'll
'cause
get
I've
turned
just
down.
lost
I'm
it.
sure.
And they may find some reason to arrest us, and then we won't be
Wherever
able to
the
go to the Fae
Poison mist.
and deliver the belongings of the Pixie.
So show an attitude of gratitude, buddy.
Oh, I think the map got switched. Is
Yeah.
the problem?
Yeah, I
Can
need-
you go back to the house? The house
Just saying,
round?
like, we took a lot
Yeah,
of
I'm gonna
beating for
try.
this thing.
I'm
Do you
trying.
And navigation.
I
If
almost
not, we'll
got
deal with it
turfed,
later.
Okay.
So that evening,
It's
are
very
you
close.
going to attend the council?
Yes, we are.
Yes,
You
we
find that it is a small private council meeting. It is just you and the council members
Do you have-
and the captain, who has reported to the council on your behalf. The captain then comes up, looks at you very sternly, and says, "Do any of you have sailing experience?"
are. Hmm.
Do it.
And Lavinia says, "Why, yes, yes, I do. I don't really, but it just seemed like."
Something Lavinia would say.
All right, that's one. What about the rest of you?
Well, we've been in many boats.
I'm a
I
very
can
good swimmer.
row my
Ocean.
boat, but
Ocean
I'm
sailing
a very
experience.
good swimmer.
You're a good swimmer.
we have ridden a very large whale.
So
We weren't
but
steering it though.
actual sailing, actual rigging, actual
No.
navigation. Do you have any experience? Like
No,
that?
sir.
No.
All right. So Aleandra looks very meaningfully at the council, and the council sighs and says, "Fine, we will figure out another solution." And so Aleandra explains to you that they obviously want to go after the ship that contains the other half of the smuggling ring. They obviously want to
talk to your
deal with that, but you're not going to be any use to them unless they mount their own expedition, deal with their own ship and everything else. So they've decided that they're going to cut you loose.
Okay.
And as reward for finding the smuggling ring and finding out what's going on, they've still lost their people. They believe that they are going to have to try and retrieve their people. Now, if we were doing this whole adventure module, you would go on to the next things. And I have to confess here, I fucking made all the next things.
Oh no.
The ship
Did you think one of us
and
would say yes?
all of that. Well, I didn't know which direction things were going to go.
And I automatically say yes.
But
Well, I was
In
gonna
this
suggest-
You're gonna
case,
sail a ship by yourself, Lavinia.
you guys could barely navigate a rowboat down here.
we
so
had a hell of a
you're-
time getting that rowboat
you're
around.
not of use to them, and you have a greater quest to go on. So the interests
Right.
of the game master getting the game back on track on the main quest,
Yeah.
we're only doing this much of the fun Saltshore module stuff that was available.
But I have
Because
a-
it's taken us so many
someday
nights
I
to
might
play
I have a
back.
question for Thaddeus, if I could.
Yeah.
This is my character talking to your character. So how do you talk to your father-in-law?
I don't know. The only way is to go back there.
There wasn't there.
Except you
no,
were
no,
going to
there
you were
was
going
a
to
way-
leave
there
messages.
was a way to summon.
Like you-
That's a way to
you-
summon.
Yeah,
There
there was a way
way
to,
to
and
summon.
Yeah.
I can't remember what.
So
Thought it was a horn or something.
it was
I've got a conch.
scrying
Yeah.
where
Scrying, yeah.
his wife can watch him or he can watch them, but there's no verbal communication.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
scrying so they could watch and he could
So
write
that's
something.
that's
You just,
why
like, look into some-
you were
There
able
is
to
a
leave
horn
messages
that
for
you
her
could
so she
summon
scry
if
and
it's
see.
somewhere within his realms, which would be the sea.
Which would be the sea.
True.
So, but I was just thinking, as an aside, I mean, if it had gone this way, we could have joined the crew, after it being.
You're
grounded.
right. And then I'd have to make up a whole frickin' mermaid module
Right.
to add to the stuff that we're already not going to do.
So when we confronted
a
the
side
kidnappers,
venture on
you would
top of
call
the
it
side
Poseidon.
venture.
Oh my God. That's right.
Let's save
Thou
that for
shalt
another
always
time.
get sidetracked.
Okay, fine. Just
Who knows? Someday
So-
there might be
We
cause
might wanna
for us
use
to
it.
come back.
but
Here
it would
is
be,
what the council provides to you.
Okay.
In payment for the recovery of all of the barrels of wine that were found in the smuggler's den and all of the bolts of silk, they very happily give you 200 gems.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
In payment of breaking the smuggler's ring, they give you another 100 gems.
So 300 gems.
Excellent.
And
Is
then
anyone adding that or
The
like-
woman who is the
That
head of the
answers-
council sternly warns you that's all you can expect from them. They are not very rich and they've got troubles of their own. And that it's probably a good idea for you all to move along now before you snoop out any more danger that causes them a lot of money.
Okay. So I'm just looking in our party stash here
Thank you.
for gems.
So that was 400
I was
gems?
also
300, I believe.
300.
300, okay.
altogether.
I was also watching each member while everything was being said, just to see if there was any hints of deception.
One of the council is very, very uncomfortable. It was the younger, smooth talking guy.
Oh, him, yeah.
And you suspect that he may have some connection to that ring.
Yep.
And now that it's blown, he is squirming and trying to cover his own ass.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, we've got to make choices about where we go and what we adventure. And if we continue to adventure without going back to the main storyline at some time,
Mhm.
we're never going to get there in all our years of playing.
Yeah.
So I decided we would just do this little part of this fun Saltshore adventure instead of making it a whole seaside adventure, because you already did a previous sea adventure with the merfolk. And they kick you out of town. They basically tell you that you're welcome to stay the night, or 2 nights to make your plans for travel, to acquire the supplies that you need. But then they suggest that since you've talked before about, trying to head for the Feylands, that you do so and continue your quest. They don't want you bringing any more trouble their way.
So I did just dump 300 coins into the party, 300 gems into the party stash. So divided equally, that would be 60 a piece. Do we want to go ahead and just remove 60 a piece and put them into our own?
Well, I'd rather remove 75 because I think that's actually. No, actually, you're right. I'm mistaken. There's 5 of us.
Math is hard.
That's right.
Okay. Anything else before you guys?
So do
go.
we want to have a discussion before we leave town as to whether we need anything further for our party to do here, or we just want to carry on?
Keep an eye.
I have a vested interest. I would like
And he
to
raises
get
his
into
eyebrows
Faewoode
and nods at you
as
and
soon as
suddenly listens.
possible.
Okay, so let's pack it up and go.
I felt a strong connection to this little pixie,
Yep.
and I want
We have a
to,
duty.
Alongside that, I really want to try and connect with these people that are of my heritage that I know nothing about.
Yep.
Yep.
We have one ride left, or two.
You have one left this month on your
Mastodon.
magical mastodon, if you wish to use it.
And we spent how long in the town? 3 days?
I'm gonna guess it was more like 4.
4 days?
Yeah.
So we spent 4 days in town, and so we have one left. And what end of the month are we at?
It's 1 month to from the last use. We have another month to regenerate all of the uses.
Okay.
I
so
know.
we
Yeah.
can use the thing, and then 30 days till we can use it again.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes? Or
Yes, that's right. 30 days after its last use,
it
you can
recharges?
use it.
No,
It's
no,
fully recharged.
Come on. I lost my husband
Okay.
and my child. I am not romantically inclined whatsoever. I'm more ready to
Sometimes things happen
kill. Fair.
that you're not expecting.
I mean, if we're
Trust me on that.
Oh, you see?
If Legolas shows up, or Orlando Bloom, I
You know,
might be swayed.
Love will find a way, my friend.
Yeah.
That's right. You never know. There's been girls after him too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So somebody asked about the calendar, what and when and where.
Yeah.
And I am going to say that if we look at the simple calendar that's on the that we use that's in the game, I'm going to say that today in the game is actually August the 31st.
Okay.
So funny looking at the calendar. I was born in August 1979, so I expect Wednesday to be a first. That's just
Okay, so it is currently August 31st, for those that are wondering, and that's where we will set
I
our
had a
time.
friend whose birthday was August 31st, but I don't talk to him anymore because he's a jerk.
So if we're going to move on down the road, that means we need to pack up the mammoth and get boogieing.
Move on.
Are you staying over the night?
down road.
Do you guys want to stay the
What
night?
time of day is it?
we, you know what?
It's
It would
evening.
be a really good idea for it to have a full
Yeah.
night's
everyone
sleep.
to be
You
right.
kick around
Because-
town during the day. This is an evening council, so
Okay.
right now it's 9 p.m.
Okay,
I-
let's.
These guys should generate their.
Go ahead.
If I can just finish saying the sentence that I was just saying, I would like to be able to get my spells back.
Or you
to
will
have
if
a
you
full
sleep
night.
over.
That's
sleep
fine.
overnight.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So you go back to the Wicker Goat, which was the inn that you were at before.
Plus, we can have more peas porridge and mead. Yum yum.
All right. Okay. So you return to the Wicker Goat that night. You don't have anything else eventful happen. Things in town. Obviously, your reputation is improved greatly in town, and you find out that supper is on them,
Woohoo!
and that your rooms for the night are on the council.
Oh,
Very
yay.
nice.
So you don't have to
Wonderful.
worry about paying for anything as you go back.
Well, that's an extra bonus right there.
They're all smiles because they all understand you're leaving in the morning.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, bye.
the next morning, you get up and you all have all your spells back. Pass the bowl around. Everybody get back all their tokens they need to get back. You are fully rested, and if you click the rest thing on your character sheet, that will restore to you the amount of health points you'll get from a good night's rest. And then if you still are down in health, you guys are going to have to figure out what you're going to do about heals or healing potions or bandages or whatever, because I know that your Weird Tiger took a hell of a beating.
And did everyone do your just your overnight rest?
Yep.
Regardless. Okay.
So I have a question about the math of that.
Yeah. Okay. The
How
math
does
is that.
How does that? He was down to 43 points out of 84. So how does that work? Translate when he goes back.
You
to
take
the-
half damage.
Half damage.
So
How-
whatever
how
his
does
damage
his-
is, divided by 2, subtract it from yourself.
How does his
However-
human form?
The healing, also you would take half healing. So whatever his current damage is, you've got half of that current damage. We'll
Okay.
just leave it at that.
All right. Cool. So
Why is this is not, I've clicked rest for the night now like 3 times and it's not. Sorry.
Because I just did the same thing and I got a little screen that's
Yeah.
Is it not
Normally
working for you?
does. No. Well, okay, hold on. I'll exit and come back in.
yeah, sure.
Unplug it and plug it back in, see if that works.
Okay, I am going to switch the map that we are looking at
Oh, look at that. It was
from
behind.
the town, which is what you guys have been looking at is the town. I am going to switch it to the world map. So we're going to go back to Aerra as your world map. There we go. And of course, the skull icon is actually the icon for your little group, the Wylders Party, and where you are currently located in the world. So you can see that you're, to give you a refresher, because it's been, months since we talked about this, you are on the East Coast, and the Faewoode lies to the west, the southwest of you.
Yep.
Now you were given another map, and I think it's in the journal. And if we look in the journal at the maps, there's a Faewoode map in the journal. Let's see if this is going to load. It does load. And I'm going to just zoom in on it. Does it not show on the adventure screen? So the journal's not showing. I'm going to have to do it on my own then. Let's go to GM. Doom. Okay. We're on GM screen.
Which map are we looking at?
We want to have a look at the map that's in your journal.
Yeah, so there's Aerra, Western Lands, Faewoode, Saltshore,
Faewoode.
Check to see
Look
if
at the
it's
Faewoode map. And you'll see that Saltshore is on the Faewoode
doing?
map. I'm going to maximize this.
Spells that were used.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you'll notice as you look at the Faewoode map that you were given, this was given to you by the 2 brothers and the father, the fisherman that you rescued.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You'll notice there are actually 2 roads to the Faewoode from Saltshore. After the road runs west from Saltshore, it takes a fork right at the north of this body of water here. And one road runs south along the body of water and into the eastern side of Faewoode near Clearhaven.
Are you moving your cursor to identify what we're looking at, or?
I'm not doing it on this one, but I'm doing it
Okay.
on the screen behind me here.
Uh,
Oh, what the hell is it doing? Why isn't it showing? Okay, I know why. Let me try this again.
Because yeah, I was
Let's
trying to
see.
follow, but
If I put this on adventure screen, yes. Hey, close up and stop giving me problems. And we go to Faewoode. All right. And we have a look at this map here. Is that giving everybody? You can see it? Okay.
yes, we can see
There
it now.
now. So here's what I was talking about. Here is Saltshore on the eastern coast. From Saltshore, there is a western road that runs out, but just at the north of this body of water, the road forks, and there is a northern passage, or our straight western passage, I should say, and there is a southern southwestern passage. That southwestern road runs down along the coast and then comes straight into Faewoode near some place called Clearhaven.
Yep.
Whereas the northern road runs around the north end of Faewoode. Here's the dotted line that is the boundary of Faewoode. It comes back to past the Serpent Mound
Serpent Mound.
and back down to where you encounter the Angel Bridge. So you've traveled the North Road before with your Mastodon, and you now have your choice which way you want to return to Faewoode. Either take the North Road and then back past Serpent Mound and down near Angel Bridge to try and get in somewhere along there, or you can try the entrance at Clearhaven.
I vote for Clearhaven.
You
Clearhaven
guys-
is shorter.
Looks closer.
It's a
It
closer-
looks
yeah.
closer.
Your
yes.
information about Clearhaven is that it is a troll bridge that is just east, that is just on that very dotted line edge, into the Faewoode.
I've been waiting to go to this troll bridge for so long.
Okay, are we doing
Okay.
Clearhaven route?
All in favor?
Okay. All right. So I guess we'll call next episode Road to Clearhaven. Our alarm has just gone off. So we are going to be wrapping it up for tonight. That is the end of this episode. We will be playing next week if everybody's up for it. How is everybody for the 27th?
I think I can do it. I got a job that day. So.
All right. Okay. Well, if Raven can make it, he can make it. But otherwise, we will play regardless. Okay?
And we can celebrate your birthday.
And you can do that if you want. My birthday is on the 24th. For those that are wondering about the health issues, on the 28th, the day after our next game, is when I go under the knife. So whether or not we'll play next Wednesday, but whether or not we'll play the Wednesday after that is going to be dependent on how well my recovery is, because I need a week to recover after the surgery. All right.
How dare you?
I've got big kidney stones that they have to remove.
Kidney Mountains.
We always knew
Kidney
he had big stones,
rocks.
you know.
That's
They were
right.
in his
These are
kidneys.
big stones.
Didn't
So
know
that's what's going on. So everybody's good for the 27th. We will be coming back and playing
you.
then.
Thank
Want to
you.
thank everybody. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you, everyone who popped in to visit and watch us and hang out with us tonight. We
Thank you
appreciate
so much. Thank you.
Yes,
and we love
do.
sharing with you, but we just love the fact that you come back and visit us and want to join our adventure. It's so special. Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, and I'm excited that you guys are back on your way to the Faewoode and to most of the main stuff in the world.
Finally.
Now that we're done with this little Saltshore adventure. So
Great.
we'll see if we can avoid any side quests for a while. Try and get some of the main story done. All right. Okay. Thanks very much.
Thank
folks.
you
Thank
again.
you.
Bye.
Dun, dun, dun.